Today, we are going to learn about building culturally responsive connections with students. What is at the heart of every learning environment? You got this. Students. We know that improving the student experience is central to improving student performance. How do we do that? With culturally responsive connections. Culturally responsive connections send a message to diverse students that they are valued and teaches all students about how to develop respectful and responsive interpersonal relationships. The great thing is that developing a culturally responsive mindset is a win-win for all. So, let's start with the basics. The student voice is key to student understanding. If you are engaging in an effort to improve student performance, you must listen to student voices to build a roadmap that leads to success. Check out our 4-step model. Discovery, development, design, and delivery. Let's break it down. Number 1 is discovery. It's critical to learn about your students. It doesn't matter if you teach online or in person, discovering each unique individual in the room makes a difference. Hold up. Okay, you may be thinking, how can I learn more about my students? There are just too many of them to connect with. We get it. It may seem like a daunting task to balance relationship building with the giant list of responsibilities that you have on your plate as an educator. Let's break it down to a few manageable ideas. Try journal assignments, discussion posts, vlogging. How about beginning each class with a weather report? What's the weather like in your world? This is a great way to find out where your students are in real time. Basically, discovery is like breaking the ice. Let's go on to number 2, development. Okay, two-way learning is called discovery dialogue. Before you dive into difficult conversations about missed assignments or low test scores, there has to be a foundation of trust. Developing authentic relationships, what does it mean? Well, rooted in the pillars of diversity work, the next step of the model is about developing authentic relationships. Trust building is paramount, and it will only come if you take the time to develop a funnel of actions that focus on creating connections. So what can you do? Show students that they matter by listening to them. Tap the silent students by asking them for their opinion without ridiculing them for not knowing the answer. Demonstrate your support and interest in learning about who they really are as people. Let's move on to design. What is universal design? Well, incorporate it into all of your classroom teaching and learning strategies. Basically, universal design is a design that takes into consideration the most marginalized person in the space at any given time and ensures that the expectations and resources are equitable for everyone. So let's go a little deeper. Ask yourself, is the activity something that any enrolled student can reasonably complete without accommodation? Is there an alternative activity that can be offered to any student who needs a different format for successful completion? All right, so we got design. Let's go on to delivery. How does your delivery meet the needs of each student? This is important because just as each student is unique, so is their learning style. Well, what can you do? Determine the needs of your students and deliver your content in ways that meet various learning styles. Purposely use various modes of teaching to reach different students in different ways. If you don't feel that you can reach each student, transition a student to someone that can. Here are a few tips from us, so we just want to thank you for watching and learning about building culturally responsive connections with students. To learn more, visit Kinect Ed at www.kinecteducationgroup.com.